They say growing old means slowing down. But what if I told you that the real danger isn't slowing down? It's standing still. Every day after age 60, you lose just a little more muscle. Not enough to notice at first. Maybe it's a slight struggle to rise from a chair, a slower walk across the kitchen, or a little hesitation before stepping off a curb. But over time, that silent loss of muscle, known as sarcopenia, steals more than just strength. It steals balance, independence, and confidence. But here's the part most doctors never say out loud: you can reverse it. That's right. Even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, your body can rebuild muscle if you give it the right movements at the right time. In this video, I'll show you 5 simple science-backed exercises that require no gym, no equipment, and no special skills, just a willingness to take your strength back. Stick with me to the end, and you'll not only understand what to do, but why it matters, and how these 5 movements can change the way you age. Because your future doesn't belong to weakness. It belongs to motion. Let's begin. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Chair squats. As we age, one of the most overlooked but critical movements for maintaining independence is the simple act of standing up from a chair. You might not think much of it now, but this basic movement is at the very core of your mobility, your safety, and your dignity. The ability to get out of a chair on your own without relying on your hands or someone else's help is often the difference between living independently and needing daily assistance. Chair squats are one of the most powerful yet gentle ways to rebuild muscle and fight sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass that affects nearly every adult over 60. Sarcopenia doesn't strike overnight. It's a silent, creeping condition that weakens your legs, slows your steps, and robs you of your balance. And the most tragic part, most people don't even realize it's happening until they fall. By practicing chair squats regularly, you directly strengthen your quadriceps, glutes, and hips, the very muscles that stabilize your body when you move, when you walk, and when you try to catch yourself from falling. This is functional strength, not just for looking strong, but for living strong, for climbing stairs without fear, for stepping off a curb without hesitation, for standing tall with confidence, not caution. It doesn't take much: a firm chair, a few minutes a day, and a commitment to yourself. Lower yourself slowly and rise back up. No hands if possible. With each repetition, you're not just exercising, you're reclaiming your strength, your steadiness, and your sense of control. Scientific studies from institutions like the National Institute on Aging have shown that exercises mimicking daily activities, especially chair squats, significantly improve muscle mass, walking speed, and even reduce hospitalization risk in older adults. That's not just impressive, that's life-changing. If there's one movement to master after 60, it's this one, because the moment you lose your ability to stand up confidently, you begin to lose more than muscle. You lose freedom. But what if I told you that while chair squats help you rise from your seat, there's another movement that helps you push back against aging itself? Let's talk about what happens when your strength begins with the wall right in front of you. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Wall push-ups. In your younger years, pushing open a heavy door or lifting a grandchild into your arms may have felt effortless. But as the decades pass, our upper body strength, especially in the chest, shoulders, and arms, quietly begins to fade. You may first notice it when carrying groceries feels heavier than it used to, or when pushing yourself up from a low couch becomes a real effort. That decline isn't just age, it's sarcopenia, and it is stealing your strength one day at a time. But here's the truth: you are not powerless in the face of this muscle loss. One of the most accessible, effective ways to rebuild upper body muscle and fight sarcopenia is by doing wall push ups, a gentle, safe version of the traditional push up, adapted specifically for older adults. No floor work, no pressure on the knees, just you, a sturdy wall, and the commitment to keep your body strong. Wall push ups work several essential muscle groups: the pectorals in your chest, the deltoids in your shoulders, and the triceps in your arms. These muscles don't just help you look strong, they help you stay independent. They support everything from opening jars to catching yourself during a stumble. Studies from the American College of Sports Medicine show that resistance based upper body exercises, even in their simplest forms, can significantly increase strength, stability, and joint function in adults over 65, often within weeks. This isn't about building bulky muscle, it's about building resilient muscle, the kind that keeps your joints moving smoothly, supports your posture, and helps you continue doing what you love: cooking, gardening, driving, or playing with your grandkids. When you press against that wall, you're doing more than a simple motion. You're pushing back against weakness, against decline, and against the false belief that growing old means growing fragile. And the best part, you can do it anywhere. No equipment, no gym, just your own determination. But what about the legs? While your upper body lifts and steadies, your legs are what carry you through life. And there's one movement, often done from a seated position, that can reignite strength in your knees and help you walk with confidence again. Let's explore that next. 3. Seated knee extensions. Strengthen your knees while sitting. There's something quietly heartbreaking about the first time your knees hesitate. Maybe it's that uncertain feeling as you step off a curb, or the sudden ache when climbing stairs that once felt effortless. For older adults, especially those over 60, the knees often become the first warning sign, not just of wear and tear, but of muscle loss. Sarcopenia doesn't just shrink muscles, it weakens the very foundation that keeps us mobile, steady, and safe. And when your knees lose strength, your world can start to feel smaller: fewer steps, fewer outings, fewer moments of joy. But the truth is, you can fight back. You can reclaim the strength that aging tries to take from you, not by running marathons or lifting heavy weights, but by starting with something as simple as seated knee extensions. Done from a firm chair, this exercise helps rebuild the quadriceps, the large muscles at the front of your thighs, which play a vital role in stabilizing your knees, supporting your joints, and powering your ability to walk, rise, and balance. Here's what's remarkable: even small movements done consistently can create big change. Medical research from the National Institute on Aging has confirmed that targeted leg exercises like knee extensions can improve walking speed, reduce joint pain, and dramatically lower the risk of falls in people over 65. And you don't even need to stand up to begin. Simply sit tall in a supportive chair, plant both feet on the ground, and slowly lift one leg forward, straightening the knee. Hold it for a few seconds. Lower it gently. Then switch sides. Do this 10 to 15 times on each leg. You're not just moving, you're activating the muscles that support your knees, cushion your joints, and keep your legs strong enough to carry you through each day. This movement is especially powerful for those who may already have arthritis, joint stiffness, or trouble standing for long periods. It provides the chance to train your legs in a safe, supported way, and builds the kind of strength that's not just measurable, but meaningful. Strength that helps you carry a bag of groceries, kneel in the garden, or rise from your recliner with confidence instead of caution. And here's the beautiful part. This quiet little exercise, done daily, can prevent the very limitations so many people accept as part of aging. It's not about turning back time, it's about protecting your future. Now, while knee extensions awaken the power of your thighs, there's another movement, while quick and simple, that strengthens the very foundation beneath you, your feet and calves. And it just might be the key to staying on your feet for years to come. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now let's keep going with point number 4. 4. Heel raises. Strengthen from the ground up. There's a quiet, powerful part of your body that often goes unnoticed until it begins to fail you. It's not your back or your hips, it's your calves. Those strong, tireless muscles in the back of your lower legs have carried you through decades of walking, standing, dancing, and working. But as we age, they begin to lose their strength and endurance. And when they do, the results can be serious. Unstable footing, slower reflexes, and a growing fear of falling. This, too, is sarcopenia at work, slowly chipping away at the muscle you once relied on without question. But here's the truth. Older adults need to hear more often. Your body still listens when you train it. And one of the simplest yet most effective ways to rebuild muscle and fight sarcopenia in your lower legs is through the humble heel raise. It's not flashy, it won't make headlines, but it could be the reason you stay on your feet and out of the hospital. Heel raises directly activate your gastrocnemius and soleus muscles, the calves, which are essential for balance, walking stability, and even blood circulation. As you rise onto your toes and slowly lower back down, you're not just improving strength, you're reawakening the body's natural shock absorbers. According to studies published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity, calf strengthening exercises significantly reduce fall risk and improve walking performance in seniors over 65. And there's more to this than science. There's pride in standing tall. There's dignity in walking without fear. When you build strength in your calves, you anchor your entire body. Your posture improves, your steps feel firmer, and your sense of security grows. You can do heel raises while brushing your teeth, standing at the kitchen counter, or waiting for the kettle to boil. They take less than a minute, but give you strength that lasts a lifetime. And when done consistently, they restore a quiet kind of confidence that is deeply personal and profoundly powerful. But muscle strength isn't just about the legs and balance, it's also about the spine, the shoulders, and the posture that keeps you upright. So, what if there were a way to rebuild the muscles that hold your body together with just a simple stretch and pull? Let's go there next. 5. Resistance band rows. Rebuild the back that holds you up. If you've ever found yourself slouching more than you used to, feeling tension in your upper back, or struggling to open heavy doors or carry groceries, you're not alone. These quiet frustrations are often the earliest signs that your posterior chain, the muscles that run along your back and shoulders, are losing their strength. And when that happens, your posture suffers, your spine compresses, and daily tasks start feeling harder than they should. This is another face of sarcopenia, slowly weakening the very muscles that keep you upright. But the good news is, it doesn't have to continue. One of the most powerful ways to rebuild muscle and fight sarcopenia in your upper and mid back is through resistance band rows, a gentle, controlled movement that can be done sitting in a chair or standing right in your living room. No gym, no weights, just a simple elastic band and your determination to stay strong. When you pull the band toward your chest, you activate key muscles like the rhomboids, latissimus dorsi, and rear deltoids. These muscles are responsible for pulling your shoulders back, supporting your spine, and preventing the stooped posture that often accompanies aging. Research from the Journal of Strength and Conditioning. Research shows that resistance band exercises improve both muscle strength and flexibility in adults over 60, with clear benefits to balance, coordination, and spinal stability. But beyond the physical benefits lies something deeper. Strengthening your back is about reclaiming your stature, not just physically, but emotionally. It's about walking into a room and feeling proud of your posture, not ashamed of a hunched frame. It's about carrying your body and your life experience with confidence. Each pull of the band is a small act of resistance, not just against gravity, but against decline, against dependence, and against the quiet erosion of the life you love. You are restoring the frame that holds you up, inside and out. Now, you may be wondering, when is the best time to do these exercises to get the maximum benefit? Morning, afternoon, before meals? There's actually a perfect time for older adults to move. And science has some surprising answers. Let's explore that next. 6. The best time to exercise for older adults. As we grow older, every hour of the day begins to matter in a different way. We become more sensitive to energy changes, more aware of when our body feels ready and when it doesn't. That's why knowing when to exercise becomes just as important as how to exercise, especially if your goal is to rebuild muscle and fight sarcopenia. Most older adults instinctively wait until the afternoon or evening to move their bodies, often after finishing errands or resting from the morning. But research tells us that might not be the most effective approach. Studies from the Journal of Applied Physiology and the American Geriatric Society reveal something powerful. Older adults who engage in strength-based exercises earlier in the day, ideally between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., experience greater gains in muscle mass, improved balance, and better metabolic responses than those who exercise later. Why? Because after a night of fasting during sleep, your body wakes up in a catabolic state, meaning it's breaking down muscle for energy. This is especially concerning for seniors, as we naturally lose more muscle overnight than younger adults. Morning becomes your most critical window to reverse that by eating a protein-rich breakfast and pairing it with gentle movement. You flip the switch from muscle breakdown to muscle building. It's like giving your muscles the exact message they need. Grow, heal, stay strong. And there's another reason mornings matter. Your mind is often sharper, your schedule less cluttered, and your motivation higher. Exercise becomes not a chore, but a ritual, one that sets the tone for your entire day. Whether it's 5 minutes of chair squats, a set of heel raises at the sink, or resistance band rows by the window, these small acts in the morning create a ripple effect, energizing your body, lifting your mood, and reinforcing your independence. This doesn't mean you can't exercise later in the day, especially if your mornings are already full. But if you want to fight sarcopenia where it starts, the morning is your best ally. Now that you know what to do and when to do it, there's one final question left. How do you turn all of this into a daily routine that actually sticks, one that fits your lifestyle, supports your health, and helps you feel strong again? Let's bring it all together. Putting it all together. A simple, powerful path to strength after 60. Aging is inevitable, but losing your strength doesn't have to be. You've just discovered 5 of the most powerful low-impact exercises that older adults can do to rebuild muscle and fight sarcopenia right from the comfort of home. Chair squats for getting up with ease, wall push-ups to restore upper body strength, seated knee extensions for stronger, steadier legs, heel raises to secure your balance from the ground up, and resistance band rows to keep your spine tall and proud, each one simple, safe, and science-backed. You've also learned the secret that so few people talk about: timing matters. Moving your body, especially in the morning after nourishing it, gives your muscles the best chance to grow, repair, and protect your mobility. The key isn't perfection, it's consistency. It's waking up and saying, I'm going to give myself 10 minutes today because I matter and because my independence matters. If you commit to just a few of these movements several times a week, you are choosing strength over stiffness, confidence over fear. You are saying yes to climbing stairs without holding the railing, to playing with your grandkids without sitting out, to living in your own home on your own terms. This isn't about turning back the clock. It's about honoring where you are and building a body that can still carry you with strength, purpose, and dignity. And you don't need fancy gyms or complicated routines. You need a sturdy chair, a wall, a bit of elastic, and most of all, your will to thrive. So, what comes next? Now is the moment to act. Not next year, not when it's convenient. Now. Start small. Choose 2 exercises. Do them tomorrow morning. Write it down. Celebrate each rep. And let these small steps become your new rhythm. Because the next 90 days could be the beginning of a stronger, steadier, more confident you. Your muscles are waiting. Your future self is watching. Let's get moving and never stop. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.